You know something? I really love the original Joker. Is that film the ideal comic accurate Joker film I would make? Probably not. But hell, I wouldn't make a Joker film at all, but you throw some great cinematography in there with a look into how a broken man can be created by society's inability to be empathetic, and you have a really good twisted look into the mind of Arthur. Yeah, that's his name. That's the thing the first really does well. Getting me to care about Arthur as his descent into the Joker persona overtakes him. It was a really good story. And, well, again, nothing even remotely resembling its source material. It was a fun little Elseworld tale. I say it was way more worth the price of admission. But with Joker 2, Folie and Deux, I don't freaking know French, releasing, pretty excited to check this one out. See where they take this story. And it being a musical too is a very interesting direction to take it. Hey, we even got Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. I freaking love her. I'm sure this is gonna be great. Wow, okay. Just got out of Joker 2. Let me just say, that was a really beautiful, twisted love story of two psychopaths bringing out the worst of each other as beautiful musical numbers show the madness of their minds seeping into reality. It was truly a great experience. Oh, wait a minute. Silly me, that wasn't what I just watched, you silly goose. I just got out of watching Joker. Foul ass dookie. Let me tell you guys, if you don't know me, I love and adore film. A lot. And generally speaking, I'm always looking for the good in it. Because the way I approach watching media is trying to find the creator's intentions within the story and character. That's how I'm able to generally be positive with a lot of work, because I'm pretty good at seeing what the vision and intention was. Fortunately for this film, the intention was an old man sitting on his porch with a shotgun, as a whimsical child stumbles on his doorstep asking him for candy, and the old man laughs and beats him to death. Joker, full of Drake, is not interested in being a real sequel of this world or its titular character. Instead, it's a one very jaded Todd Phillips screaming in a microphone that you enjoyed the first film. What's that? You like the message and nuance of my original work? Well, wow, you're kinda a dumbass, fuck you. Gee, thanks, Todd, I sure do love being a fan. When I say this film is pretentious, I'm saying they use Harley Quinn, you know, a really great nuanced character with Stockholm Syndrome and a really fun twisted and peppy personality. She's a metaphor in this movie. For crazy fans. That's it. That's all you get. Yeah, you know, because when I write characters, I think the best thing to do is strip them of all their personalities so they can be used as a metaphor to make fun of the people who like my original work. Gee, Todd, I sure am just a dumb fan who just can't get the genius of that concept. Let's pretend like yelling at your audience and talking down to them for a whole film substitutes good storytelling. Now, what is the story of Joker? Foul Strange? Well, after the events of the first film, Arthur has amassed a bit of a following of Joker stans, one of which is our one Harley Quinzel. Arthur just doesn't want to be the Joker anymore. And wait, hang on. Was it the point of the first film that the Joker personality was overtaking him? And society kind of put him into the position of becoming this universe's Joker? Well, yes. But actually, no. Because you see, our prodigal son, Todd Phillips, is going to show us that Arthur wants nothing to do with being the Joker anymore. He's just a human, guys. He's just a normal guy that wants nothing to do with this, our poor little baby boy. Look at you, little baby boy, committing more crimes. Oh. Now, see, being serious for a second, this idea that he kind of regrets taking this role, it's not the worst way to go, with Harley wanting nothing to do with Arthur and only wants him to keep being Joker. But it feels like less and less of his decision and more like everything for Arthur is guided by outside sources, when the big choice of the first film was him deciding to become the Joker. That's why it was such a powerful moment, because it was him finally making a decision to do something for himself. While it's not bad to play with the idea of regret, it comes off like everything Arthur does isn't actually his decision, but rather a surrogate writer is in the film, giving him a checklist of things to do. I would talk more about Harley if I could, man, but I'm being honest, she's literally just a crazy fan. She's the one kid from Shrek Forever After, except this time it's a main plot point.
Do the roar.
Now, don't get me wrong in the slightest, Gaga and Phoenix are giving S-tier performances here. There's times in the film where those performances really shine through, which is difficult when your script is the equivalent of Angry Twitlonger by Joker Fan 2007. And to give credit where credit's due, Joker, feral ad donkey, has really great cinematography. Lauren Sher does a really great job with these very isolating and intimate shots. I especially really love the usage of lighting with the silhouettes being outlined. It's really beautiful to look at. It even sounds great too. The film is accompanied by a great score. Oh fuck, that's right, it's a musical. The aspect I was most looking forward to was the musical angle. For those that didn't know, over the past year I've been watching and getting into more and more musicals. Theater has started to become a great passion for me. So seeing that Joker, foot ankle drag, was going to be getting that treatment, I was really looking forward to that. The idea of seeing the psyche of Arthur through the lens of a Broadway musical and what they could do with over-the-top numbers to show how deep his insanity is getting through that visual and audio device has a lot of merit to me. And the results? Listen, man, on their own, the songs are good stuff, with great vocal performances, even if I can't help but think they needed a reason to have Gaga sing. Which, hey, I love Gaga music. Alejandro all day, every day, baby. But man, these songs, more often than not, have almost nothing to do with what's going on. You would have just as much sense of this film by taking this exact same scene and plopping the Werehog battle theme over it. I struggle to call it a musical, because a musical is meant to use songs to further its narrative through clever wordplay and visual flair. These visuals can be intimate, or isolating, or extremely bombastic, but the film decides to commit to none of these things and instead just continue shooting scenes like normal. It's such a baffling decision. It's like it's just a regular scene that's shot like a regular scene, and then that regular scene continues, and oh, let's slap a song on top of it. Todd, I understand. You have zero experience writing a musical, which begs the question why you would not have someone with experience of theater help, but whatever. The songs are actually supposed to matter for the story, push it forward. These aren't additional toppings of bacon on a Big Mac, Mr. Phillips. The musical aspects feel like an afterthought, and as such feel out of place in an already muddied and unfocused mess of a film. Now, I know what you're saying. God, why the fuck did you not talk about Transformers 1, you single sub-primate? First off, hey man, I have feelers that really hurt. Second, I suppose we come to the question I had while sitting there pondering why I didn't watch Transformers 1, which was, what was the point of all of this? Every film has a message, something it's trying to convey. The big boy that ties it all together. What was the message of this film? Well, let me tell you. You see, folks, this is all a metaphor for Todd Phillips himself and how badly he didn't want to make this movie. What? You don't find that smart and clever? You don't feel like you wasted 2 fucking hours of your existence? So essentially what we have here is Arthur is Todd. In the same way Joker doesn't want to be Joker anymore, but Harley, aka Joker Fan 2007, keeps forcing him to be in the same way the fans clamored for a sequel. He feels he is being forced to make this film from all these wacky, crazy fans, even picking moments in the film to frame the first one as a bad film that's so cringe. Which, Todd, shitting on your own work is certainly a choice. You have one big old film that's just a twit longer message of how badly he doesn't want to make the film. Also, major spoilers incoming, but it ends with a new Joker, which Joker isn't even a mantle, but won't let that bother me for now. Killing Arthur and taking the mantle, thus continuing the cycle of slop as a message that says, wow, audience, you resonated with a genuine tale of a broken man? How big of a fucking idiot are you? God, I don't want to make another one, so I'm gonna make another one, whining about how much I don't want to make another one. That breaks down the key component of why I came out despising this film. This is literally a hate piece at people who enjoyed and resonated with something that you made. How are you, as a creative, gonna make something that tears down in the most mean-spirited way the very people that even got this sequel greenlit? Also, Todd, are you really that pretentious to think you're the second coming of Christ, that a sequel just could not have been made without your magical little touches, so you were forced to come back? Give me a fucking break, man. You did not have to come back if you didn't want to. You could have continued forward, leaving Joker 1 as a cool, neat little Elseworld story, but instead you took the route to tear down the very people that got you into a good enough position to make another. Art made of spite is never a good thing. I will always stand firmly against that notion. Films should be made from an idea, purpose, a rhyme or reason, from passion, not from the equivalent of an angry Twitter user that didn't get his McDonald's Happy Meal toy. Which, hey man, listen, fair enough. If I didn't get my toy, I'd be pretty fucking pissed too. So hey, what did we learn here today? Well, I know what I learned. A very valuable lesson that only this film could have taught me. I'm gonna watch Transformers 1.